Since the 16th century, the values, interests, and physicality of the British Isles have been protected by the ultimate security afforded by the assembled might of the Royal Navy. Whether it was scuppering the Spanish Armada, putting a stop to Napoleon's grand imperial plans, or defeating Hitler's U-boats, the Royal Navy has been an ever-present defender of the values of sovereignty and freedom, and the nemesis of tyrants of all kinds. In the United Kingdom's greatest moment of danger in 1940, Churchill reminded the nation, as it stood alone against the awesome might of Nazi military power, that it was the solid assurances of sea power that had toppled continental tyrants before, and that we should have faith it would yet deliver the victory to come. And so it did. Then, as in later years, that might was joined by Britain's truest ally, the United States of America, whose fleet safeguarded the free world in the post-war period. Since the end of the Cold War, the naval might of the US and UK has chiefly been used to protect global trade, and the odd example of national sovereignty from petty despots and tyrants in the Middle East, Latin America, and Africa who have sought to disrupt it. Now, though, the safety of the high seas is once more at risk. China, with its imperial ambitions, has set about arbitrarily seizing islands thousands of miles away from Beijing. Once there, it violently expels the vessels of those islands' true home nations before transforming them into heavily fortified sea bases. When an international court ruled that these occupations were unlawful, China simply ignored the court's ruling. In doing so, it undermined a centuries-old understanding that the laws of the sea were inviolable. For the first time in decades, China's maritime aggression means seaborne disputes risk now being settled with force rather than by rules. Into this, the United Kingdom, alongside the United States, are doing what we do best, sending in the fleet. Britain's carrier strike group is, as I speak, sailing its way right through the waters that China so egregiously claims. It is an awesome spectacle. An aircraft carrier, 2 frigates, 1 Dutch, 1 British, British and American destroyers, submarine accompaniment, tankers, and support from our Australian allies. The F-35 stealth jets aboard the aircraft carrier are a blended group of Royal Navy and US Marine aviators. They sail for Japan, where they will join Malaysian, New Zealand, Singaporean, and Japanese vessels to showcase the military power of the free world. This is a true allied deployment. They will sail past China's People's Liberation Army, unperturbed by anything that may be thrown against them, safe in the solid assurances of sea power. Even with its rapid naval growth, the commissars in Beijing wouldn't dare interrupt such a massive fleet. The journey will pass without a hitch, regardless of the saber rattling emanating from the Chinese Communist Party. The mission, though, could not be more crucial. For if we allow, once more, tyrants to believe the world will allow them to seize by force territories to which they have no claim, we will see the darkest days of our history repeated. China's totalitarianism at home is a menace. Allowing it to export such dystopia abroad would be deadly. Each of us should wish the carrier strike group well over the weekend in resisting China's expansionism and reminding that as long as we retain a credible capability in sea power, the international system we have come to know and respect can yet be underpinned.